on record, so
alright.
You know your radius area?
I do.
Like one end of the vice grip was welded in and you clamp it together on a bolt. That started his ignition. Yeah, it is. And he hit a fucking start button.
You guys ready?
Yep.
What's up? Welcome back, guys. We are here today doing our very first Bike Rally Radio interviews from Sturgis. I got a new little crew that I have here to get. Well, big crew actually. I'm the smallest guy in the crew. But we got a little new show that we're going to be dropping. But I figured today we are going to do a first introduction day and even introduce you to the cool ass dog that is helping us introduce the bike culture to you, like the way it is out here in the Black Hills. We were doing a little bit in Oklahoma, got things kick-started, but today I've been talking with these guys a little bit about what we're doing, and we're going to try to educate you guys about the amazing world of motorcycles. So, and being it, you know, the motorcycle culture and everything like that. So with that being said, you guys want to introduce yourself? This is your chance to make up your whole new name, your whole new persona. You want to introduce yourselves to the world?
I just zip tie.
Mr. Zip Tie, what is your name, sir?
I'm not going to go there yet.
Alright.
I want to see how this all turns out.
Right on. So we have Zip Tie, and I'm not going to go there yet. And I'm the DJ. And what we're going to do is kind of show you guys what we're going to be doing here on the show. And these two guys, one, I don't know where I'm going to go there yet. I met him a couple of weeks ago, maybe a month or so ago with Zip Tie. And, they're big coffee fans. And he got to take home my coffee, and we've been talking a little bit about this show. And he's grown up in this area, so is Zip Tie, and been around the biker world and seen the culture just explode, implode, explode again, all the crazy stuff that's happening. So what we want to show you guys on this show is kind of about the amazing things about the culture. We want to teach you guys about the cool things Sturgis has to offer, along with all the clubs, because you guys have been around them a whole lot. And for me to really talk about club life or motorcycle life, I would have to read it before I explain it. So, to me, I would like to, just kind of let them know, because you guys have been around it so long. Do you guys want to tell me your first experience, kind of to let them see how long you've been around, because that way it can give you a little background of who you guys are. You want to start?
Well,
first time you were like, man, I'm about to ride a bike. I'm gonna be in the bike world.
I grew up around things with motors. Grew up on farms, ranches, so I always had something to ride. I didn't get into street bikes till I was 13 years old. I lived 7 miles out of town, and I didn't want to ride the bus. So I bought a 1980 Goldwing and rode it back and forth to school.
Heck yeah, that's
so
so dope.
Say that on camera though. About the Goldwing.
That's how I started. I mean, I didn't know I was into it at that point in time. It was just a way to get back and forth to school without riding the bus.
That's awesome.
That was at 13. At 15, my parents had a dealership, and I was able to build my first Harley, which was a 77 Sportster.
Are you sure you're finding number?
It's all right. It's a podcast.
I guess my first time was I grew up with bikes too. I mean, dirt bikes. Grew up in Nevada too a bit, so there was always trails to be riding, and I mean that was the fastest way to get away from the cops, And so just been riding out in the hills, all that, and then as I got older, I mean, I just like to go fast, and it started with my friend's cruiser, and then I got a Sportster and rode that thing till shit damn near gave out.
So that was your first one, was the Sportster, basically?
Yeah.
That was your own motorcycle?
My own, yeah, it was the Sporty. We had some dirt bikes earlier on, you know, some big ones, but it was the Sporty was my first street bike. So I had a Ninja too. Shit, right in high school still.
Sure,
So
you want to
you-
admit that?
Yeah, right. No kidding.
I was just about to say, I could not picture you on a crotch rocket, but
Yeah.
I mean, I thought we just talked about that.
Well, it was like 50 pounds ago, you know.
You didn't offer that up when we were talking about that earlier.
No.
He's like, wasn't proud about it.
I figured I can't bullshit on the camera though. I can bullshit with my friends.
Well, you know, there is something about those crotch rockers, those higher torque, man. They do fly, but I would never myself.
You would never admit it.
Well, I've never owned one of those. So, like, to me, I don't.
Well, what about you? What was your
Very
first?
first bike I actually rode. One day I was in junior high or high school or something. My dad came out and he was like, "Yo, get on the bike." And I've been Harley my whole freaking life, man. So far, I did fall in love with the new Super Cruiser from Buell.
Oh yeah,
That thing is so sick.
that thing is nice.
Yeah, so I'm very excited about that.
I can't wait to ride one.
Yeah, 2025 is when that baby comes out. So.
Yeah, I sat on it and messed around, talked with the guys about the specs and
Bro,
stuff. But.
That
Does
bike,
he really want to admit that right now?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's Buell. At least it was a Harley, you know,
Bill,
at one time.
Yeah, Bill used to make the Harley race bike.
Suppose.
Yeah.
But the cool thing about this Buell though, man, is it's a Super Cruiser is going right at the Harley, and it's
Right.
only $22,000.
It's set up like the FXR
Yeah,
or something, ain't it? Like it's
freaking fire.
yeah, it's
They had it next to my stage this year at JMP, so they just fired it up all day.
man,
Yeah, it is really sick.
yeah, that'd be nice. Yeah,
So, with that being said, you guys, you know, that was it. What ages were you guys around?
As in, what do you mean?
When that happened, you were 13?
I was 13 when I bought my first street bike.
oh shit, I wasn't. I had that street with the Ninja. I was 17.
I guess I should probably say that I'm 43, so you know how long I've been riding.
Oh, right on.
So
Yeah, that gives you some reference. So, learning a little bit more about none of your damn business. Standing over here, that's awesome. We're going to figure out his name on one of the episodes. So, when you guys, you know, being around the Black Hills and stuff, what pushed you guys into the bike culture? Like, what you know, I know you rode the bike, but what pushed you in it to, like, live it? Because both of you guys live it and breathe it.
Well, you know, I guess I'd have to say.
You already started telling me the story the other day.
Well, yeah, that was a little bit later in life, like when I just really knew it was just Harleys for me, you know. I knew I wanted to ride it from early on, and then that street bike. I love going fast. Plus, you know, chicks dig a guy on a bike, so that was an easy.
Definitely a plus. Chicks dig it.
Well, chicks dig it. Yeah, so definitely a plus. But then I guess that what you were talking about. When I knew it had to be a Harley, that I was going to buy a windshield for this old Dodge pickup I had, and I went out to this guy I just met at the rally, this older cat who ended up being my really good friend. But I went to the house and I had to hop the gate, and I walked like a quarter mile down the driveway, and I turn around and I see all these markers, or as I'm walking I see these markers. And I get up to the door and I turn around. Well, all these markers, I figure out they're yardage markers, so they can shoot their intruders coming in. And this old lady answers
That's
this.
awesome.
Oh man, this old lady, she answers the door, and she had a gun on me. And I said, I was looking for JT, just came for a windshield. She's like, oh yeah, he's out in the North 40. So I go back, go tootling down there, and here's this old man on a shovel, rounding up cows, just in this pasture with it, just out there, getting it, and that's when I knew that's it right there, man. That's cat's meow, dude. That's where I want to be. That's a biker. That's what's up.
Yeah.
And
No road, doesn't matter, man.
yeah, just out there, really using the machine, like not for even what it was intended, but just that's about the bike, you know.
Yeah.
You're on that bike 24/7, doing whatever.
Right.
No matter rain, if it's muddy, it don't matter. You're out there on that bike. So that's what it's all about, I guess.
I mean, I know, like, even with the cuts, man, you don't wash them. You ride to wash them.
Oh yeah, ride in the rain. You need to wash off your cut, get in the rain.
Yeah, that's the way it goes. So when was it for you?
Well, I was just thinking about that. My stepfather got me into motorcycles, like I said, when I was 13, 14 years old. We built that 77, and he told me if I could get it started, that I could keep it. And I got that fucker started, was able to ride it around the block. And then I rode it every now and again because it needed a lot of work. But a couple years later, in '98, we took a family vacation out here. And like I said, we had our dealership. We had multiple motorcycles. I had rode a '98 Sportster 883 out here, 1,000 miles, and experienced my rally for the first time. And I was hooked from there. And I've been on a bike ever since.
Nice.
I mean, ever since.
Yeah, I know. I see you riding everywhere, man.
Yeah, I put a lot of miles on my bike.
That's the thing out here for sure is, there's no. I mean, until it snows. I see.
Yeah, even that sometimes.
Right. Well, last year when I came here, I saw the state highway patrol taking some guy off the highway because he was riding his motorcycle in those blizzards.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There's a guy down in Sturgis that he actually was in the paper here a while back. He's got a record of some sort, but he rides every single day.
Yeah.
Wow.
Every day.
That's awesome.
He rides an Indian now with a sidecar, but he rides every day.
Yeah, I
It's
know
a
that.
white one.
I know that bike.